Tom Bowling from Biota in Palau.
And I'm Kevin Gaines with Biota Aquariums. We're here at MACNA 2017.
Kevin and I met back in 1999 with a shared vision of supplying the aquarium trade with cultured marine life. You know, whether it's fish, corals, everything. We felt like there is an option to do a sustainable fish tank, and today we're proud to be here and actually show that we're doing it. We've got some amazing species that we're culturing in Palau. And yeah, we're looking forward to a great show.
Yeah, so we have the 13-gallon Biota aquarium that comes complete with the live rock and fish. That's all conditioned in Florida and shipped to the end user to get them over that high attrition rate of getting started in the hobby successfully with all cultured animals, as well as we have a variety of marine life that's cultured in Palau, brought into Florida, conditioned for 30 days, and wholesale to pet stores.
Pretty exciting today, actually, though. We've got a surprise announcement. We've actually brought, on our website, we've started Ocean Oddities, which is now meaning that the end user can buy our stock online. What you see is what you get, as well as a number of very reliable and hardy species that have proven themselves that we're working with. So yeah, it's exciting times. And now we're excited to sort of show our new species at this show. We actually just fed them pellets. Is Borbonius Anthias. It's an interesting story, actually. I've been doing some work with the California Academy of Sciences, and I went and saw them last year and invited them to Palau to come and work with us to help us get broodstock from the deep water diving exploration that they do. So they're doing science diving to 100 meters or more, and basically I had a dive boat and a cold room set up with all the aquarium facilities to be able to condition the deep water stuff that they bring up. So we helped them bring up, I think they got something like 14 species, with 3 of those being new species. So that was pretty exciting for them. And then obviously as a barter agreement, they left us with some broodstock Borbonius. And yeah, so they're we've had them for like 9, less maybe 8 months, I guess, in captivity. And it actually was because of an air conditioning failure, the temperature spiked and the fish spawned for us that night. So it was completely accidental and a lot sooner than I'd expected. I thought I was going to have to hold them for another 6 months before they'd breed. So yeah, they're breeding, and this is the first batch on display here.
Accidental aquaculture. A lot of breakthroughs happen that way.
Here in the US, we have, I think we have 10 or 11. Is it that many, or is it more?
We have 13.
13. Okay, we got 13 Borbonius in the US, and we have another 20 or so that same size in Palau. And then we've got another batch of about 60 or so on the way behind them. So we hope to be able to get them on the market in decent numbers pretty soon. The broodstock are breeding every day, and it's to the point where I've actually put the temperature back down to sort of fatten them up and hopefully get a bigger yield, so it's easier for culture. So yeah, we drop it for 2 weeks and then crank it back up again, and they start spawning again and get more eggs. The only hardship is that the larvae are so voracious. Actually, they're amazing. They're huge mouths, and they just want to eat. That's all they do. I've never seen an appetite quite like them. Even with compared to the triggerfish we did, these guys outdo them for appetite. They just don't stop eating. So yeah, it's just keeping the food up to them is probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah, we brought them in 3 weeks ago in our conditioning center in Florida at about 1.25 inches, and they're eating 4 times a day, frozen pellets, pretty much anything you feed at them, and they're already growing. They're already almost 1.5 inches, as you can see here. So they need a lot of food, and they grow quickly. So we obviously want to put them in a 75 or preferably like 125-gallon aquarium. But really exciting to see them take so much food at such a young age.
Got some new members on the team that have got a different skill set, so we're looking to get more into the I guess the rarer angels. I definitely have targeted some other pygmy angels is something that we want to focus on, as well as dart gobies and pygmy gobies, like deep water stuff. So right now we're doing a lot of deeper water diving down to 60 meters, and I'm seeing a whole new range of species there. So that's going to be our target over the coming years. Is to, you know, we obviously want to focus on unique and you know, unusual fish that other people don't have, especially for the website, because we don't produce big numbers. So we want to be able to focus on delivering, you know, high quality rather than large scale.
I was going to say take over the world, but yeah, that sounds good.
Well, we can do that.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, the idea of doing commercial aquaculture with some of the breakthroughs that have been occurring almost monthly or weekly now, these fish that you see coming through that were dreamed of 5-10 years ago with yellow tangs, blue tangs, you know, different angelfish, and now Anthias. And so, you know, we want to be able to focus on fish that aren't being commercially produced by somebody else to help grow the diversity, but also support other producers. So we really want to bring in other producers' fish and be really a cultured source for the best fish on the market. And obviously when we condition them and hold them in our facilities, that gets them out to the market in better shape.
Yeah, another announcement we've got here for MACNA 2017 is actually the first, I believe, to be the first, I haven't heard otherwise, of the Tridacna noe. So it's the first teardrop clam that's been cultured, I believe. I'm not sure. So that's one of these guys down here, and they're definitely not the bright blue we were hoping they would be as a teardrop. I have seen blue ones, but not what we're raising. We've got some with green and blue markings, and we're hoping that as they get bigger, they're going to color up more. But they're a new species. There's something to talk about, and they're doing well. We've got a lot of clams on the way, and we'll be shipping into Christmas. We should be have a whole lot of new invertebrates coming across to the US.
Yeah, the plow soft corals are really amazing. We do really well with the green finger leathers and the bright polyp toadstool leathers as well. But the Squamosa clams, Jurassic clams, Maxima clams, Crocea clams, which very few cultured Crocea clams on the market. So I'm excited about those. Beautiful.
So another fish we're working on in Palau is the coral beauty angel, and we started to notice with a small percentage of every batch that some would come through with a very orange belly, which we're calling the sunrise coral beauty, very original. So you can see in this tank, this is one of the first that came through, and I was actually surprised to see it here. I thought we were hanging on to this one for broodstock, but luckily we got a whole bunch in a new batch. So anyway, the concept is now we have several holding tanks with broodstock F1s from mixed batches, and yeah, basically we're hoping to be able to try and breed that trade out with the sort of completely orange coral beauty.
So we're really excited too to bring the Biota Aquarium back to the second MACNA. So Biota Aquariums has now been going a year and a half. We did a big launch last fall on Indiegogo. We sold 200 aquariums on that campaign. We delivered them all successfully, got a lot of good feedback and testimonials to grow from, learned bottlenecks. A lot of people said you can't mass distribute or ship an aquarium and have new people set it up successfully in 2 days, or 2 weeks, sorry. And we proved that wrong. So the customer buys the aquarium, they go home, they set it up. It comes with a real reef rock. They've been a great partner with us. The Fluval 13.5 gallon aquarium is the core of it. And then we condition all the animals. We get ORA clowns, some of our Biota Palau soft corals, as well as some ORA and other stuff. But they get the live rock, shipped 3-day. It's live, it's wet. And after they get their live rock, and they can order their fish and corals, and that's overnighted. So it's a real simple process. We control how much food's going in from the beginning. We have them change 1 gallon of salt water a week, and it works. So we're really excited to make a big push this fall. The goal being to get these new hobbyists over the first 6 months where we see a really high attrition rate in our industry, and they stay in the hobby and want a bigger tank, and they're going to their local fish store to get their RO water. They're establishing a relationship with their local fish store, and then they'll hopefully buy their aquarium there and continue to buy cultured animals, whether it's fish or coral. So it's a good entry to the hobby, and it's a good conservation lesson as well, because everything in the aquarium is cultured, including the rock.
Hi guys, I'm Tom Bowling. I just want to thank you for stopping by at our booth at MACNA 2017. If you are visiting, we hope you come by and have a look at our new stuff, and hope you have a great trip. Stay dry. Hey, mate. How are you? So, let me start again. That was Richard's fault.